Simpson. And Japan have gone absent without leave. This is Whitmore. Hall and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae Boys who take the lead.
Ball chat. Greetings, football lovers. Welcome to Ball Chat, football recap show, weekly recap show. My name is Benton. Sunny skies in the ATL. Sunny, beautiful day in the ATL, along with the family. Junior, the blue side, or the Manchester red side of the ATL is dark skies over there. Well gone, family. I said a lot to say this, that things dark over Manchester United. The Manchester United fan. How you doing?
If things dark over Manchester United, it is a normal day for me now. I'm used to it.
You know, before we get into the football show, Junior, I know you've had a rough Sunday. Your teams, I know the Eagles had a bad day at the office, and Manchester United don't even have an office. So we have to figure out what to do with Manchester United. But I was prepared to come on Ball Shot today and equate Manchester United to Atlanta Falcons. I was prepared to do that, and Atlanta Falcons won, so I can't even do that.
Yo, and yesterday, Florida State 7-0 lose to SMU.
Yes, yeah, I didn't even want to mention that one because I mean, talk about rubber stamp. The SMU beating Florida State. But other than that, football family, how you doing? How you still? How things?
Good enough, and we're soon. I know we're going into ballers and boxing because of the show, but the ballers definitely have to go to the service workers in that for all those that were affected by Hurricane Helene, or the hell she want name. People will go out there and work, and I know some people that got hit really hard and lost electricity and only lost it for like 6-7 hours max. So shout out to all the service workers out there, all the people out there that perform those duties to help get everybody's life back in order. Them are the real heroes and them are the real ballers. Ballers at the period, ballers at the time, because when catastrophe happen, them run to the catastrophe event and we hide from it. So big them up.
Yeah, man. I want to echo that sentiment. Big up. Turn up your audio a little bit if you can, please. But you know, because we don't know, we have some people who listen to Ball Chat too. Them are hearing assistance and hearing a go. But big up. But I want to echo the sentiments that you said a while ago. Salute to the first responders and the people them who definitely run into events to try to help and try to assist. Big up to the first responders and to all the Ball Chat family and the communities what in the southeast affected by this Asheville, Western North Carolina, lockoff, and the roads are severely affected. Families, loved ones, we have to do what we can to help those. So if we can chip in a thing or send some food or send some goods over there, people can, need all the help they can get. So, Florida, your family in Florida is good, family?
Yeah, but they're good. Everybody good, thankfully. And even us, cause we up here in Georgia, for me, from the week start, the corn was literally the line that they say is the best track. Was literally right over my head, and I did more work getting my backyard ready for the storm than breeze blowing the trees around the back. So I thankfully for me and people I know we weren't directly affected. So
yeah. Good deal. You prepare, but you never know. As the hurricanes and weather situation, you never know. You can only prepare. I mean, on my end, we did get a whole heap of water, and I mean, some roads were closed, some neighborhoods were locked off because of flooding. So you don't know, but we give thanks, because we still a Chad and we can do a thing to help those. So all the families and loved ones and friends affected by Storm Hurricane Helene in Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, North Carolina. I don't know. Ball chat is for owner. Let's do what we can to elevate and help those communities back on track. You see me, I say, we can't go around the thing. It's football weekly show, so we have to get to the regular business. Ballers and bugs. Big up to our listeners. Ballers of the week, family. Who do you have? Impressive players of the week. Junior, who you have?
You know, we're going to talk about reactions to some big games and some big games that happened this week. But I love Arsenal's resiliency. I truly do. Trossard got a red card unfairly by some estimation last week, and it was overturned. And he came out and scored today, and Arsenal had a shaky game, but ended up winning 4-2. So I'm giving it to Arsenal. I'm giving it to Arteta. Something looks right. Same thing for Liverpool and Slat. With Man City, they wet the bed a little bit this weekend, and they wet the bed early, Saturday versus Newcastle. And the other teams now saw the trapdoor open a little bit. You cannot win the Premier League title right now, but you definitely can't lose it this early. And I think Liverpool and Arsenal kind of stick their flags this week and say, yo, we're ready. We are here to play some football. So them get my ballers. I also have to give it to Vincent Kompany. This game was a landmark game. I know me, you're going to disagree. I'm ready for the argument. I'm ready for the argument. But the way how Bayern Munich look against Leverkusen is years different than how Bayern Munich looked last year. They are more organized, and Leverkusen played well to get the draw. Actually, Bayern Munich had to come back and draw the game. But I really like what Vincent Kompany is doing at Bayern Munich. And he's showing that players can go straight out of playing right into coaching. Frank Lampard failed. Steven Gerrard failed in some aspect. And the list goes on and on. But Kompany seems like he's the real deal. So he also get my baller.
All right, Ballers and Bugs segment. Family, send on your ballers, send on your bugs. Ballers been the impressive players of the week. Big up to BM, big up family running in. BM already have bugs of the week, so our bug of the week. I don't know, this one might be bug of the decade.
And before it's a big up to all the people in the Facebook groups. You know, you're probably from Jamaica Facebook group. Big up. We're soon running in. Ball Chat is a football show. Put in your ballers and bugs. But go ahead, Benton.
Yeah, big up to all listeners. Ballers of the week. We can't go around the thing, Junior. Cole Palmer, 4 goals. 4 goals him score? 4, 3
yeah.
plus 1?
Yeah.
4 goals. The ball of the week to Cole Palmer. And he's joined an elusive club, an exclusive club, actually. I think he joined the club of Didier Drogba, Frank Lampard, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Why, yo, those are the days when Chelsea was really bad. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. As only Chelsea players with 3 hat-tricks, right? So
yeah.
Big up to Cole Palmer, ball of the week, youth. I mean, that's, of course, anytime you join a club where man called Didier Drogba is in, you deserve a ball of the week. Excellent display. And this youth is a baller. You don't know it's a baller. We can't go around it. Chelsea, impressive week. It's a Bayer Leverkusen. Big up. Big up to Xabi Alonso and the work they're doing with that team, because ultimately they expanded their fan base this year. They did trophy tour in New York. They did trophy tour in South America. So Bayer Leverkusen is acting like a big team and trying to recruit that many fans. And I say all of that to say this. They show that they are for real. They went to the Allianz Arena against Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich, the defeated champs, the serial winner in the Bundesliga, and show this team you can play all the ball you want, but you will not beat us. Ball of the week to Bayer Leverkusen. Many people think it's a 1 year, it's a fluke, but Bayer Leverkusen is for real. Ball of the week to them. And I'm going to slide in a ball of the week to Pavlovic in that Bayern Munich midfield. Good goal, excellent goal. And the youth is keeping out João Palhinha upon the bench, formerly of Fulham. Pavlovich doing some good work in that Bayern Munich midfield. Yo, I hate that. Bugs of the week, unimpressive players, family.
Ten Hag, but not for the obvious reasons that you guys might think. I think this is a train wreck that has been going on for a long time, and it's finally crashing. So Ten Hag get my bug of the week. If we get a minute, we'll talk about it later. The fans at Atletico Madrid, for all those watching the Madrid Derby, there was a 20-minute delay because you have idiots that were throwing batteries and stuff at Courtois.
Yeah, they threw a light at the Belgian goalie.
No
man, I gonna miss him light off his. Our man and woman are gonna miss him light off his light him spliff.
Dear former goalkeeper at that. Right?
Dear former goalkeeper.
So it is and there's something about fans in football that for some reason idiots just take over, because we see that also with what happened in Jamaican schoolboy football. It wasn't fans, but the referees and they had to end up striking for just one day. We'll talk about that. I feel some kind of way about that. I don't think one day strike is enough to send a message. But idiot them were just going out there and hurting the game that we all love. We love the ball game, man. And how can you affect the games this way? So let me get bug of the week. And I have a solution for fan interference and fan problem. We'll talk about that later. But Ten Hag for sure. The idiot fans them, right? And Barcelona, sorry, don't forget somebody. Barca, the immediate side. You leading La Liga. You cannot win La Liga this weekend, but you can possibly lose La Liga. You are leading La Liga. And the Madrid Derby, you know the Madrid Derby is tomorrow. I don't care how good Osasuna can play. You cannot lose that game before the Madrid Derby. You have to put pressure on those teams that are chasing you. Madrid, Atletico Madrid, and Real Madrid, I think they are separated by 2 points, I think, right now. If you had won and extended your distance between them, then this game would have been more pressure. Probably on Real Madrid more than Atletico Madrid. But you wet the bed. Your approach to the game was just wrong. And the bug of the week. I know my brother go sign Szczesny. We'll talk about that.
You know, you're reaching on that bug of the week, brother.
No, I'm not.
You're reaching on that bug of the week.
No, I'm not. And I'll explain why. Because go ahead.
There are many bugs in the world of football. Ball of the week from BM. BM says ball of the week, Bunny Shaw. She scored a brace in the WSL Champions League, Women's Champions League, and scored her first goal in the league against Brighton. El Pistolero, big up yourself. El Pistolero said Junior, aka Man United manager. What, Bala or Bugs? Which one?
Almost both.
Big up Sean White. Sean White said the Hog and Man United. Bala or Bugs? Which one, Sean?
Hey, I've had a bug too. Sorry. Sancho. Shut the hell up.
What does Sancho have to do with this?
Jadon Sancho said yesterday, anything is possible with Cole Palmer in the team.
Of course anything is possible. What does Sancho have to do with it? All right, I'm going to run to my bug of the week. Bug of the week, Chelsea admin. Bug of the week, Chelsea admin. I actually think it's Jadon Sancho, agent, working as Chelsea admin.
Adding to it.
Chelsea admin posted a video immediately after Spurs fix up Manchester United. Posted an image of Jadon Sancho smiling with Cole Palmer. And essentially in a happier place, a happy times. A happy moment immediately after Spurs fix up Manchester United 3-0. That is not coincidental. Chelsea admin get a bug of the week. Bug of the week. Come on. Come on. That's not necessary. We know Chelsea are doing well now, but go easy. Go easy, Chelsea. Dalton Stewart said, Ballers, Liverpool, Mr. Ice Cole Palmer and Neverton. Cole Palmer, 4 goals this week. And Sean said, yeah man, bug of the week, Hag and Manchester United for him. Those are bugs. Dalton's bugs are what? VAR in the United game and the draw. City gets the bug of the week. Then Ballers and Bug segment. So I'm giving the admin that run Chelsea's X, or Twitter, formerly Twitter handle, bug of the week for the Sancho. And Sean said, Lausch, Junior Lausch Sancho. Teams are bug is another team's baller.
Be careful, Sean. Be careful, because this is a broken record. It's the same thing last year with Dortmund. Remember Sancho last year? I'm very happy. This is my happy place. Dancing like, hey. At Dortmund, yo, we love Jadon Sancho. All he needed was love. And as soon as the season, and then kick him ass back to Manchester United.
Well, he is happy. He's happy away from Manchester United.
All right.
Geraldo Haynes, big up. Geraldo, we've been missing your family. We were looking for you. Where did I look for Geraldo? After the Man City game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we couldn't find. Welcome back, Geraldo. Geraldo Haynes says Baller equal Gunners and equal United. What that? Our Bugs equal United?
Loser is United.
Bugs equal United. All right, Ballers and Bugs segment. Let's get to our football roundup. You know, before I move on from Bugs, another bug I want to mention. You see, some of us in the media, because I'm not going to go around it and say Ball Chat is not in the media. Ball Chat is in the media space. Junior is a media man. I just pretend to be one now and again. But, yo, you have some people in the media, them hungry belly. And you have a particular few journalists right now where recently Man City played at Arsenal. And there was a lot of discussions after the game about dark arts, blah, 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 blah. And Mikel Arteta said that he knows Man City. And he left that thing wide open. Here comes the hungry belly journalist now, a.k.a. take the news to Pep Guardiola at his pre-match presser and said, yo, the man say no, I know I'm going over this, you know. And now Pep Guardiola have to rebut and say, boy, yo, Arteta need to clear up what does he mean. Arteta subsequently are following the journalist, then return to Arteta and say, yo, Pep say you need to clear up what you mean. And Arteta says, of course, I have ultimate respect for Man City. I love Pep. I admire Pep. All the work I've done with Pep. Nothing but love and respect for Pep. Hungry belly journalists who back and forth with the thing. Bug of the week, brother. That the carry the teams, they are competitive. It don't need no extra spice in this rivalry between these two teams.
Actually, it does.
It don't need none of that. Because right now, it's not a rivalry. In fact, it's not a rivalry. Because Arsenal still haven't beaten them for the trophy yet. So, that's not a rivalry.
Okay.
All right, let's get to our football. Unless you're going to say something, my bad. It's just, I think it's a bit annoying.
All right. So what is annoying to me? It is annoying. I agree with you that it is annoying. But what is annoying to me is Arteta trying to be too professional. Like, brother, you're chasing Man City. When you said, I know Man City, I don't care about the context. You, at that point, your competitor is kicking in, right? We don't need you to be, I'm going to be professional. I'm representing the sport. I'm representing the brand. We don't care about that. We as football fans don't care about that. Arsenal fans definitely don't care about that. You need to make it be known. I'm chasing Man City. I don't like Man City. When Jose Mourinho targeted Wenger, he made no bones about it. I don't like that Frenchman. And when Wenger heard it, he made no bones about it. I don't like Jose. So there wasn't any need for no run, come and carry news. When Arteta said what he says, all right, put it this way. When a reporter push a rhetoric, they know something that was said off the record. And they are trying their very best to maintain their journalistic integrity by working it in the media without giving up them sources or citing it. So this back and forth carrying a news, it is going on the whole time. We are not idiots, Arteta. Come out and talk the truth. Brother, I'm tired of losing to Man City. I'm tired of finishing. I want to win Premier League. I'm going to light that side there. Come out and say it. That's all the media. If you give the media that, the media will just say, okay, everybody know that. So, okay, I'm just write that and keep it moving.
All right, fair enough. You know, Arteta did say that he rather Pep, or something to the effect that he rather a more kind of hostile response. That is more a respect than Pep tap him on his back and say, yo, good game after every defeat. You know, he felt like after this recent game, his team earned Man City's respect and made, well, not necessarily earn is not the right word. He felt like after this game, they muddy up Man City a little bit more, and it made Man City more a bit uncomfortable, and subsequently he is okay with the greetings or the farewell after this game, because this is not the run of the mill. Them beat we up, or they lost the game as in Arsenal, and Pep come and tap him on him back and say, good try, Reggie, good try.
No,
he says no. This team knows that we are physically there, so to speak.
That's BS. That is BS,
I think he's onto something there, Junior.
No,
he doesn't translate into actual trophy. Then is BS.
No. The BS is that is his reaction to Haaland telling him to be humble. That is all that is. There's a reason. All right. There's a reason why Pep will only single one and two person take for himself. There's a reason why Alex Ferguson, Jose, Wenger, them when I was meeting at the middle, right? Let's just shake hand and gone up the tunnel. When Arteta walk around and a clap hand and a hug, brother, you treat us like a friendly game, man. One will kick in their body and run away. So no, you have to react to that. You have to react to that, no, because Haaland, you went into the belly of the beast and Haaland treated you like a son. Have some respect, And Jesus walk up to him and have him chest puff out. And Haaland have him chest puff out. Nobody from Man City come over there and do it. They sunned him. They treated him like a little son. And this is his reaction now. Yo, I have to maintain my coach's demeanor. Them little something there to me is what hold Arsenal back. We remember when Jose tried for topple Pep at Barca. We remember the antics that Jose go on with. He made no bones about it. Me don't like the side here. Me don't like them.
But Junior, the difference is that Pep did not mentor Jose. Pep mentored Arteta.
Who cares about mentorship?
So basically Arteta would not be where he is if it wasn't for Pep Guardiola. He's from the Pep Guardiola tree. So Jose Mourinho warring with Pep at Barcelona while he was at Real Madrid is par for the course, because Jose Mourinho a war boat. But whereas Arteta can say whatever he wants, and his side can be as feisty as he wants his team to be. But there's a level of respect there for Pep Guardiola from Mikel Arteta. And the simple fact that Mikel Arteta has learned quite well under Pep Guardiola. Pep
Look,
Guardiola didn't have to hire him in him staff. I'm gonna tell him, say, brother, go on a yard.
but that we don't. I'm going to speak as if I am an Arsenal fan. I don't care. And if you feel like you need to have this level of respect for Pep, the man you're chasing, don't coach my side.
Fair enough.
Don't coach
Fair
my side.
enough.
When
This is
Klopp-
spoken from the Manchester United fan. Fair enough. Fair enough. We're going
Hey,
over
hold
this.
on. I'm
We're
not
going
a
over
new
this.
I'm not a new Manchester United fan. I'm a long-time Manchester United
Yes.
fan. I have seen many coaches come and try for top of you ever see Alex Ferguson walk up and hug up, man? Hey, good game. I just beat you 3-0. Good game. Let me hug you up. Brother, come off of the field. Let us lose.
Because
Alex
Ferguson was the big dog in the Premier League back then. Alex
But
Ferguson
Arteta-
had a level of respect for his peers at Real Madrid. He had a level of respect for his peers at Barcelona and at Bayern Munich because they were the big dogs. Why Alex Ferguson I go stoop to a next man level in a Premier League when I him are the big man?
It's not about cool, but I don't think it's because he's a big man or he's the big man.
Or he's this AKA the standard bearer.
I don't think that's the reason why. I think a coach have to have a certain A type. It's a slut. It's the one thing about honest slut. Honest slut, excuse my French, is an asshole. He is 100% a-hole. That brother he has a demeanor about him. He have a smug look at him face. Where if I am playing against him, I want to slap him in the face. But if I am playing for him, that is the coach I want coach for me. He have a look in him face. He have a look in him face and say, brother, I don't care who you want to be. What come for beat you? Arteta don't have that. And that's my problem.
No, I mean, I think Arteta has, well, fine. Fair enough. We go down a rabbit. We don't want rabbit.
But it fits the rhetoric. It fits the rhetoric of the show, though. I'm being pretty about it.
Rhetoric. Yo, Atletico Madrid versus Real Madrid game ended 1-1. Football fan, we get the Premier League roundup in a few minutes and CF Junior and Manchester United blushes. But big game of the day. Atletico Madrid versus Real Madrid ended 1-1. Of course, game delayed 20 minutes or so because of the fan. Of course, Kylian Mbappe are allegedly Atletico Madrid fans throwing things on our debris at Real Madrid players. Kylian Mbappe wasn't available. He was out. He's out injured for the game. I don't know how long he'll be. Junior, overall, your thoughts on this football game? Goals from Eddie Militao and man called Angel Correa.
I think it's a typical Atletico Madrid game. And what was so funny to me was during the halftime break, the panel was and even the commentary team, Ian Dark and Steve McManaman, they were kind of hinting towards disbelief that Atletico Madrid is playing the way they are playing. And I have to sit down and think to myself, like, yo, how long have you guys been watching Simeone teams play? Simeone team is not going to be playing against a high-powered Madrid, Real Madrid, and give them space to be Real Madrid. So it's a game where it kind of highlighted the problems Real Madrid have now, and it also showed that Simeone still has the pulse of Atletico Madrid. It was marred by the fan interference, the 20-minute fan interference, and we can arguably say that probably helped Atletico Madrid kind of settle back in, because Correa came on for Conor Gallagher right after, and he ended up scoring the tying goal in the 95th minute. So it's a game where now Real Madrid have to get a bug of the week, because you have a chance to gain ground against Barcelona after Barcelona wet the bed against Osasuna. And then you come out now and wet the bed against Atletico Madrid. Regardless of how the game was played, in 94 minutes, you couldn't hold them off for another 2 minutes. So,
yeah, man. You see, Atletico Madrid, and I'm going to choose my words very carefully here. you see, Atletico Madrid and their fans, I think they suffer from loser mentality, you know, for a lack of a better word.
Explain that. Explain
And
that.
our second class, our third class citizen mentality, so to speak. They
You're
have a
top
pit
down.
bull and a manager in Diego Simeone. And in fact, coincidentally, I watched the Champions League final where Sergio Ramos scored that last 10 seconds header and they subsequently lost. I watched this game again, was it Friday night or Thursday night. And I think Atletico Madrid fans, they are so used to falling short. And again, this is not to discredit what Diego Simeone has done with this team. Because Diego Simeone has taken a team that was probably below average at best and made them into competitors. And not only that, have won trophies with them. They've won one La Liga in his tenure. I think they went to how many Champions League finals?
I know definitely two.
Three or four Champions League finals they went to.
Like that.
I don't remember. And they've won Europa League and so forth. So, but even with all that being said, there's a part of me who thinks that Atletico Madrid should have won more. And in this La Liga situation. Barcelona is a but. AKA Barcelona has periods when it's a total crap. Real Madrid also went through a bad spell. Atletico Madrid, and people probably will tell me about them, Claude. It just feels like this Atletico Madrid team under Simeone. Every year they come to Champions League, I'm hoping that this team will win Champions League finally. Atletico Madrid, that is. And the one La Liga title that they won under Simeone, it was a real battle. And they did exceptionally well. Like games like today, against what I think an inferior, all right, maybe not an inferior, and not at maximum Real Madrid. At home. I think Atletico Madrid should have secured the 3 points in this football game.
All right. So you see why I say what I said about Arteta earlier is going to tie into the rhetoric of the show. There is no way Simeone is coaching Arsenal and Trossard get that red card and the game continue. There's no way. So for you to say Atletico Madrid fans have a loser's mentality, tell me another team that has won La Liga other than Barca and Real Madrid during that period.
Yeah, it's only Atletico Madrid. It's only
So
them.
it can't be a loser's mentality.
Also, tell me another team other than Real Madrid and Barcelona that has invested to the tune of Atletico Madrid. I mean, Atletico Madrid has like Azerbaijan money, that long like rope. Go ahead.
But you have two teams that invest that plus. You have a team that is pulling levers. You have a team that have probably a next generational coach. A coach that's going to go down as next generational after replacing a coach that is probably going to go down as a legendary coach, even though the stint was too short. So I think that rhetoric is a little bit too harsh. What I think Atletico Madrid fans are suffering from is the hunger to play a certain type of football and win with it that they are not doing.
And all right, BM corrected me regarding the second La Liga title won, the COVID year title in 2021. So they won in 2014 and they won in 2021 under Cholo.
I would love, like you say, Simeone tried. He tried to change the football. And I think Atletico Madrid brass got smart and never move on. Simeone was on thin ice a couple years ago. And they got smart and didn't move on from him. I think they have accepted their style of football. I think the fans have willingly or reluctantly accepted their style of football as long as they find a way to win, as long as they play with heart. And that is what they bring to the game.
All right, fair enough. The situation is like sometimes I'm sitting there watching Atletico Madrid, and it's almost like, and this is something that I worry that Arsenal does not become in terms of fighting ball game. Atletico Madrid is a warboat side. It takes on the personality, and yes, Arteta doesn't have the same personality of Mikel Arteta. Too many times I sat there and watched Atletico Madrid have them hands on the throat of Barcelona or a Real Madrid at home. And then in the dying moments, them end up losing the ball game. And I'm sitting there like, brother, our warboat, never say die sort of mentality team can just cave in at the end just like that. And history under Arteta and Simeone, it's not either teams Simeone have had at Atletico Madrid. They have some big teams, some ballers.
He created them. If not,
yes, he created them. He created them, and so I don't discredit his success. But to me, it feels like Atletico Madrid should have won more. At least a Champions League is one box, definitely with the 4 finals. And so this year is another thing that Party Shop Barcelona now with Hansel Flick. Do I truly expect Hansel Flick and Barcelona to win La Liga this year?
Do you? You ask yourself a question, do you?
And look at Real Madrid. Real Madrid with the uncertainty around Mbappe and the playing position. So I saw Atletico Madrid so far this season. Game 1, they look good. Then game 2, it's back to playing at the level of the opponents. I'm like, yo, what on?
That's who they are. And you know what? It's a ball chat. We are a weekly show for all those who watching ball chat for the first time. During the European season or during the club season, would come on weekly and we'll react to the games and we react to in real time. One issue though is that we react in a time box. We're very slotted in the way that we react. It's not over time. So it's kind of difficult because I would show somebody under the bus now, and then in 3 weeks is the greatest thing since sliced bread. And then next month, we're back to throwing them under the bus. But when the season finish, and we'll look back at the season, and we're going to say, yo, what was it? You lose by 6 points. Where could we have made up these 6 points? Can't remember it. If Real Madrid don't win the title, we're going to look back at these 2 points lost. I don't think we're going to look back at these 2 points lost for Atletico Madrid. This is Atletico Madrid being at. Some teams depend on holding the order versus competitors and running away with it against lesser teams, right? That's Real Madrid. That's Barcelona. Atletico Madrid is a team that's chasing. And every year, Simeone find a way to recharge their batteries and say, let's go back and chase again. They are always starting a leg behind. And that is commendable that he can last this long. I say it already. There was Villarreal. And before Villarreal, the Yellow Submarine, there was Deportivo La Coruña.
Yeah, and Sevilla had a run in there.
Yeah, Sevilla had their little run.
Yeah,
but them can't sustain.
Yeah, it's answered. So Atletico Madrid has been the most sustainable out of the 2 big dogs in La Liga in recent memory. So
it is unfortunate for the fans that have to play Sweetheart for a while. But you know what? They can look at Arsenal and relate to it.
So
what Joseph said, they're specialists.
Ended 1-1 at the Metropolitano. Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid. Red card at the death to Marcos Llorente. And Barcelona remains on top, of course. at the Barcelona defeat against Osasuna. But yo, real talk. That second goal by Brian Saragossa. Yo, the man have
Bro.
Pena in a chokehold. That move to go around Pena, excellent move. But Junior, I think your biggest point regarding this game was that this was 3 points drop for the high flying, fast start football club Barcelona, undefeated up until yesterday's game.
Yep. And everybody knows, and I'm going to speak for everybody. Everybody knows Real Madrid will make a run. Everybody know that. Everybody knows they're going to figure it out, and you're going to have a 1 month, 2 month run where Real Madrid just look like what we expect them to be. Can Barcelona pad their lead to sustain that run that is coming? And can Barcelona pad their lead to sustain their dip in form that is also coming? Because the worst thing that can happen is they have a dip in form, and Real Madrid find for them form, and then is double the pressure and double the pain, right? So this is the thing with football for a season and the length of time, and where you have masters of it. As Hansi Flick showed that he's a master of it. I don't think he did it at Bayern. So Carlo has been here before. Simeone has been here before. Can Hansi Flick keep it together for that period of time? We'll see.
A victory for Saragossa, what? First victory over Barcelona in what, 27 years? Is that accurate? 27 years at home?
Let me say.
I think that's where that don't make no sense, brother. Saragossa, but impressive. Saragossa was absolutely impressive in that ball game. Questions about that penalty, but I think Barcelona got played off the field in that game. Yamal didn't show up until late. Of course, the subs came on late, and Yamal is a baller. Junior, question. I was listening to Gab and Jules' podcast. Big up to Gab and Jules. Gabriel Marcotte, Jules Lauren of ESPN. And Jules Lauren said that unequivocally, Yamal is the best footballer in the world right now. And Yamal did come on and score a beautiful goal. But Junior, put that into context for me and think about that assessment.
Put what into context? What Jules said?
Yeah.
All right. I know it's their podcast.
Are you watching Lamine Yamal week in and week out?
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Question. It's a string of questions. I'm gonna walk you to my point. Who pays Jules?
ESPN, who owns the right for La Liga?
Who owns the right for La Liga? Who is competing with Peacock for football rights? And let's be honest. The EPL is not the best football in the world. It's not the most attractive football in the world. La Liga seem to feel like they are the most attractive football in the world. And if I can have the best player in the world and probably one of the most recognizable teams in the world, then I will draw more eyes, which would mean that bigger TV contracts, right? Which would mean that my parent company for the sport that I am specializing in will pay me more money when my contract time is up. Because these pundits get paid out by contracts. It's a contract them sign. So that's the reason why. Let the youth develop first. I agree. He's full of potential. I agree. But best in the world? Man, stop it, man.
All right, just to mention, I want to get some stats accurately regarding Diego Simeone at Atletico Madrid. We want to make sure so we get the stats out correctly. La Liga titles 2013, 2014, 2 titles, 2020 and 2021. Copa del Rey 2012, 2013 season, Super Copa 2014. 2 Champions League runners-up. In play number 2 twice in Champions League, not 4 times. Somehow I felt like it was 4 finals, so I was wrong on that one. UEFA Super Cup in 2012, 2018. So, correction. It's a real-time correction at Ball Chat, and big up to the family that highlighted those stats. But regarding Lamine Yamal, BM says Spanish Whisper isn't the best player in the world. What's this thing about calling other ballers Whisper?
The
From
hype.
BM.
It's the hype, and I agree with Whisper. I agree with Whisper. I agree
This
with
is
BM.
not any hype. Lamine Yamal is a baller. This is nothing about no hype. He was instrumental in the European Championship and won the European Championship with Spain. This is no hype, Junior.
Yamal is having a great year. All right. I am very happy that we live in a time where we got to see two generals play and develop, right? Happy.
What
I
generals?
can't Messi and Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh, okay.
We saw them grew from baby to where they are now. Never once when Ronaldo was at Manchester United was he even thought of as the best player in the world. Never once when Messi was wearing 19 or whatever for Barcelona was he even thought about being the best player in the world.
Oh, yes. Messi was always talked about as best player.
Best player in the world when he's wearing number 19 for Barcelona. I'm not talking number 10. Best player in the world?
I have to go back and check the stat, Junior.
He had Ronaldinho playing beside him. You going to tell me when Messi had Ronaldinho playing beside him, people were saying Messi was the best player in the world.
And who is the Ronaldinho now playing against Lamine Yamal in the world?
He doesn't even have the Ronaldinho beside him.
No, so clearly there is the reason why Jules is saying that he's the best player right now in the world, because there is no other baller that is as impactful in the world right now. Who is the baller?
Benton.
Who is the baller? Who is the baller?
Hold on. Be honest. Yamal or Killy. You're starting aside. Who you picking first?
And current form, because Killy is injured. The point is
Yamal,
about the best baller right now.
Yamal or Killy.
And current form.
Is a one-word answer. Yamal or Killy.
No, man, we have to put context to these things. We can't have a one-word answer.
Are you picking Yamal over Killy?
Jules Darren says Yamal is the best baller right now in the world.
Yamal or Bellingham? Who are you picking to start that team first right now?
How did the brother reach over here, sir?
Because Bellingham is who Yamal is last year. It's the same conversation we had about Bellingham.
No, but
we sat on this show and people were saying Bellingham is the best footballer in the world now. We sat on this show.
You.
No, not me. No. I didn't say. I kept saying it's a small subset of time he's playing the best, but best in the world. No, it's too early. I kept saying that last year. And I'm going to say it now for Yamal. Same thing for Yamal. You cannot look at a youth, but just look. He had a great run in the Euros. No questions asked. None. But I cannot look at this brother in 1 year and say you're the best player in the world. Look at what Haaland is. Look at how Haaland start this year. You go and tell me, if you have to pick a team, you are picking Yamal over Haaland.
But it's what do you need, Junior? What do you need? You're talking about impactful. All right, forget this thing about picking teams and players. Haaland is a player who is a goal scorer. Yamal has shown that he's not only a goal scorer, he's a creator for his. He essentially make the rest of players who play with him better. So he's more of a complete package. Would you agree that?
Versus Haaland, yes.
Yes, more of a complete package compared to Haaland, right?
Right.
All right. I am not saying that Lamine Yamal is the best player in the world, but it worth considering the impact that he's having at 17 or 16, whatever how old he is. however old he is, 17 years old, at Football Club Barcelona currently, and for Spain in the European Championship.
All right. So question.
Yes.
All right, for him, yes. For his development, yes. But when you bring up,
it's not an overhype sort of
No, it is.
nonsense to
No,
ask.
it
Is he the
is.
best player right now?
No, it is, because when you bring the world into it, let me ask you it's a simple question.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, Junior.
If I take Yamal out of Barcelona right now,
Yes.
will Barcelona suffer?
I think they did yesterday with the Osasuna's game. Because he didn't
If
start. I can
Not
only
one
look
game.
at the evidence in front of me.
All right.
And
So
the
if I
evidence in
take,
front of me is the game yesterday against Osasuna, where he didn't play and Barcelona got ran off the field. When they put him on and Rafinha, he made an instant impact, scored a goal, and create.
Kevin De Bruyne, can you take him off Man City and Man City survive?
I think they're doing well without him now. And they've won the Premier League with him being on the bench for long stretches. I mean, he's very important to what they are doing.
Let
So the
Yamal
question,
develop.
Barcelona does not survive or does not achieve winning the La Liga or win all these games without Lamine Yamal.
True, I agree with that.
This football club Barcelona will probably end up in third without Lamine Yamal.
So what Jules should say in the future is, for sure, Yamal is the most important player to Barcelona, probably their best player. And pretty soon, he will make a very good case to be the best in the world. That's a completely different
All
statement.
right, fair enough. But you have
Best of
a
the world,
Barcelona
Benton.
sample size, and then you have a European title sample size where he was outstanding at the Euros and helped Spain won. So do you agree that Yamal was integral for Spain's victory at the Euros?
I agree, yes.
Okay, all right.
But let me put it this way,
Last
though.
Kylian Mbappe play at the same Euros too, you know.
With a broken nose. But let me put this in context for you now.
All right.
Yamal raised his flag and signaled to the world that I am here after the Euros. Let me see you go to the World Cup and do that. Because before it was, Spain have a style of play, they're going to keep the ball, they're going to do this, blah, 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 blah. After the Euros, it is Yamal and Spain is coming. It's a different approach. If Spain was to play against Argentina right now in a World Cup final, right now, Yamal not going to go 10 minutes without a step on him foot. Before the Euros, Yamal would be running free. It's a different approach. So look, if you want to put the title and put the crown on his head, do it. You see, when Killy did it in the World Cup, he won a World Cup, right? Signal to the world, Kylian Mbappe is the next, right? And then the next World Cup, Kylian Mbappe signaled to the world, I never left. And now, 2 years later, we want to take off the title off of Kylian Mbappe and put it on Yamal's head, who hasn't done any of that yet. Don't miss me with the bullshit, the foolishness, man.
Fair enough. This remains to be seen. But I'm going to tell you like how them boy at yard tell me all the time. No crown or no title no live on no man yard. No title no live at Mbappe yard. He has to keep earning this stripe. Kylian Mbappe has not delivered for Real Madrid yet. And it's the high value trans. No, he has not, Junior. He has not. He started sluggish.
Junior, 5 straight goals, 5 games, 5 goals. What more you want?
Started, and how many of them goals are penalty the man them a game for take? For part the numbers.
No business.
Huh?
No business.
I think probably 3 of those. Lamine Yamal in the same La Liga, 4 goals, 5 assists for his Barcelona team. So time will tell. The youth have a huge upside. So Of course, we don't really want put a whole heap of pressure upon the youth, but the youth is a baller. The youth is an absolute baller. Other major news from La Liga and things that you thought relevant to kind of highlight before we go over the English Premier League.
Hit that.
Did that. I did that. Again, repeat for listeners. Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid drew 1-1. Marcos Llorente with a red card late in the football game. All right, now over to the English Premier League as Solanke, like my fire shot juniors, Manchester United pick up a 3-piece meal. Junior, talk to me. Ten Hag said, he needed maximum 100% effort from his team, from his players coming to today's game regarding the match notes. He specifically highlight 100% effort from his team. Junior, did he get that today?
Yeah, he got 100% a Kaka. And not Ricky Kaka from Brazil. I'm talking Kaka, Spanish word for doodle. And you know the Spanish word for bull is pill, right? So it was pill Kaka.
Okay, fair enough. That's some insightful analysis there, Junior. Before we go into the nuts and bolts of this football game, let's get to the red card, which many think that was a big moment. I didn't think it was a red card.
I'm happy for the red card.
Junior, what say you regarding this red card to Bruno Fernandes?
I'm happy for the red card.
This is another question I have. It's like, why can't VAR tell a man, say, yo, brother, this is not a red card? Or come look on it.
It's clear and obvious.
It's not clear and obvious. It's come over, come look on it.
All right, let me be blunt. I'm not going to be objective. I want Bruno off the field, so you're not going to get me to want him to overturn the red card. He needs to sit, and I hope him get even a 10-match suspension. He almost broke my boy the foot.
Oh, really? You going to take it that far because you want Bruno off the field?
I need him off the field for 3 games straight. I've been saying Bruno needs to sub. From Crystal Palace, Bruno needs to sub, and they never sat. So serve your right, Ten Hag. You know what? We should have put up a pig roasting right here. So that's a picture. A roast hog. Because it's just stupidity, man. And look at the goal, the first goal that Man U gave.
Okay, now let's get to the goal from Brandon Johnson, where Mickey van der Ven ran through Manchester United. I think he ran through about 6 players.
First, Rashford. No. First of all, Bruno, when he kicked the through ball, tried to get it to Garnacho, should have kicked it long. For some reason, the idiot kicked it right to his foot when Garnacho held up his run to time to get past behind on the high line. That was the first problem. So Garnacho had to try to control it. When he controlled it and he never controlled it great, Rashford came across. And now Rashford, the next idiot, instead of kicking the ball down the wing and sprinting down the wing, he wanted to give it to Garnacho so Garnacho can knock it back to him, and there was a miscommunication. And then Van der Ven were fast like 20 of them guys, pick up the ball and start sprint. Before he got into his dead sprint, first of all, Rashford never even tried to stop him. Bruno started running across and Sandro started jogging. Ugarte killed out himself, tried to get to him. Musiwari, however I want to name, of a hold off the right back. Delit tried to cut him off, and he ran right through all of them and crossed the ball to a wide open youth on the back post, who Dallo was stride for with a goal scorer on the half line. But by the time the ball reached cross, this is what Dallo did in the what? What minute was it? The 6 minute, 7 minute, 8 minute?
No, man, a 3 minutes now ball game.
3 minutes. 3 minutes into the game, Benton. Dallo did this.
Yeah, he held up his hand. I mean, he took full responsibility.
That was a full responsibility. Him saying him tired. Him boss. Yo, I'm tired, brother. Sorry. Can't run, but I'm sorry.
Junior, so Ten Hag, before we get to Spurs and Andre in a mid-tier, there are those who are saying this is the end. And if it's not the end, it's close. for Ten Hag. But Junior, he was rewarded a new contract in the summer, right? An extension. You can remind me what exactly? I remind us, the listeners who don't follow Manchester United that closely. What is the contract?
I don't know the terms of the contract.
Yeah, but he got some more years, right?
Yes, but and it's so funny. It's so funny. We had this same exact conversation last year, or 2 years ago, when Moyes got his extension. And I looked at your Benton on the show and said, look, the way all these football contracts work, when a coach gets extension, it's not necessarily a show of faith.
It's not necessarily a show of faith, yeah?
It is a team creating space for them to accept that windfall when the coach and them decide to part. And not even a year later after Moyes get him contract, he's no longer the coach of West Ham. When they re-up Hag, it is because, look, we try to replace you, couldn't replace you. I don't want to go into your last couple months and then have to try to find a next coach. We don't want to go through that, so here what? Here's an extension, feel good about the extension, and we'll see what the future holds. That is all it is. It's nothing where I am now investing in you and I'm going to look bad if I fire you next year. No, that's how the thing works.
Fair enough. I don't have any deep analysis regarding Manchester United. The only one request or something that's desperately missing, I think, is effort, a commitment for work for each other. And you highlight the Rashford when Rashford and the Mickey Van de Ven set up for the first goal. You know, the ball game just started, and to me it's like, if we are a team and ultimately I lose the ball and then I just say, all right, Mickey Man, just run, go on. I just think that shows me, like, look, the collective at Manchester United is severely lacking. There's no collective, no united front, no battle for each other. And I can't really, is it because of what Ten Hag is not doing? I don't know. I do not know.
And it's the same goal they gave up in the midweek. In essence, it's the same goal. A wing back, take the ball off of Rashford, run, go down the wing, and somehow the ball bogs up and get in the goal. It's the same thing.
I do not know. I don't. The only thing I have, the only curiosity I have is this: Manchester United is regarded, are probably valued as one of the richest, if not the richest club in all of world football. Is that an accurate statement?
Yes.
Valued. So why can't Manchester United financially borrow some money against this valuation and use this money to address these issues? Because, hey, you have all these players that are just not good enough. Xerxes and Hageland, to me, are not out and right goal scorers. They are not surgical in front of goal. We can debate whether Xerxes should be in 10 and... Brother, I'm looking for a goal scorer. As Ten Hag said, we need to score goals, we need to do better. And you don't have nobody who is a surgical goal scorer.
No, but all right, you say, you know what, we're not, I don't even care to dissect.
So answer those questions for me regarding the monetary situation. Is there a money problem?
There is a money problem, okay. And it's called FFP that is kicking in next year. So you can't throw money and fix the solution. What Chelsea, like, there is a bunch of us, and I highlight the word us with a big US, because you and I are part of us, that is waiting for this Chelsea windfall, right? What the coach did at Chelsea do is what Hag is not doing. When the coach came out and said, look, I heard the media talking about how the squad inflated and ray. I don't see that. I see 21 players that I have as my squad. This is my squad. Nobody else not coming in, right? Last year, at the end, the last home game, before the FA Cup final, Man U had a sending off party for Varane, Wan-Bissaka, and Christian Eriksen. It's a big sending off. And I came on this show and said, Ineos is doing the right thing. They are showing how ruthless they are. They are telling Wan-Bissaka, you're not playing for us next year. We are making it known you're not playing. Even though he had an extra year or 2 years left on his contract. I thought Ericsson was gone. It's a foregone conclusion. Next thing I know, Ericsson is playing in the UEFA Cup, scoring a good goal, but then giving up the goal at the other end. Chelsea not making those mistakes. If Chelsea say, you are not a part of the team, you're just not a part of the team. What this tells me now is Ineos and Hag is not on the same page. Ineos people them say, you're done. We put in a party for you, you're not playing for us. And then this year, imagine me as Ineos, put at this big party, Wan-Bissaka, Ericsson, blah, 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 gone. And me still don't watch Ericsson play UEFA Cup. Me still don't watch Ericsson play against Crystal Palace. Me still don't watch Ericsson play Tudor versus Tottenham. Come on, man. Hag is out. And I think he wants to go. I really do think he wants to go.
All right. That being said, I know you said why Hag needs to do what Enzo Maresca did regarding Eric Ten Hag needs to do what Maresca did regarding saying I have 21 players or 23 players and this whom I work with. But is it fair that does Hag have the talent pool for me that broad standing cut?
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
All right. You mentioned Ericsson. If you cut out Ericsson, then who comes into that role? Because Ericsson played minutes and has been playing valuable minutes.
Yeah, all right. Look at the squad.
Yeah.
Can you ask who?
Who slides into that Ericsson role?
Them have the young youth. First of all, Bruno should be playing that role.
Okay.
Bruno shouldn't be playing the 10, first of all. So Bruno can play that role. Manchester United squad right now is deep enough right now to where they don't need to play Ericsson in valuable minutes. You can play Bruno. Menu, even though Menu look like him hurt now, but Menu is there. You have the young boy that played that we haven't even seen play a game. Toby Collier. He can come in and give you some minutes there. We don't know what the hell going on with Mount. Mount now have a concussion. He might out for 7 weeks. You have Casemiro. You have Gore. Daniel Gore can come in and play. Trust the young youth then. Why do I need to play Ericsson? Ericsson doesn't have the legs to play it right now. You are down to 10 men. Why are you putting on Ericsson? Don't make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna go to all right. But Eric Ten Hag, I think, also said this week that they need to improve the young players. So is it that situation like Toby Collier? Kobe Mano has come on and played well. Is it a situation where the young players are not ready? Because he said this week that we need to improve the young players.
But you don't know. We don't know, right?
But clearly they're not playing.
Exactly. So play them.
Yeah, but the team is not all right. The team is not doing well with the regulars, and the young players are not playing. That tells me that the coach is saying, "Well, I'm watching these young players and they're just not ready. So might as well I just stick with the regulars."
That is failing. That makes sense.
Yeah, because these are professional. These are experienced players.
That has gone through 4 coaches. How many times we are going to go on this hamster wheel and replace coach and use the same players? It doesn't make any sense. Rashford should not be at Manchester United right now. You have been there from LVG. Why is it that all the coaches have a change but Rashford get a pass? It doesn't make any sense. Why is it that Bruno play all these games and then the next coach will come in? There's a reason why Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't like Bruno Fernandes. He's not a baller. I will see how them treat him.
Cristiano
We'll
Ronaldo
see how them
at
treat him
Manchester
at
United.
Portugal. No, but we'll see
Bruno
how them treat
Fernandes is a Manchester United player that is on Manchester United books and is contributing to Manchester United.
to their demise. Finish the statement. He's contributing to Manchester United's demise.
Okay, fair enough. Players that have young players that have not taken a step. Alejandro Garnacho, for example. I think that we spoke about Lamine Yamal earlier. I think that
Careful, slippery slope.
here's slip. I think that Alejandro Garnacho a year or two ago was gonna be that next player to step up and be a big baller for Manchester United. And
Careful.
Junior, he has not stepped up.
The reason why he hasn't stepped up is because he's not playing. Rashford is holding the spot that he should be playing. Before it was Ahmad and Rashford starting. Why did the Ahmad play today? Why did the Ahmad start? Because Rashford have to start. We saw games where Garnacho played this year coming off the bench. Why is he not starting? Why you don't put the confidence in him that you put in Rashford? We cannot look at a player and say, forward and play now, I'm going to play your best. And then we'll hold it against him. It needs time. With the games that he played last year, I can argue that Garnacho saved Hag's job last year. And how is he rewarded? By putting him on the bench this year. That don't make sense.
So you attribute the problem on the front line to Rashford playing?
Yes.
So you 100%. Would have played Garnacho on the left and then played Dallo on the right?
Yes. Man U is more balanced at that point.
Okay. All right. I thought there's been games where they have tried that before.
And they looked great until Rashford. It's just not enough. They don't trust it enough.
Okay. And before we leave this bug side, what's going on with Anthony?
He should have never been there.
What? You have to speak up for the listeners. We can't hear you, brother.
He should have never been there.
Yeah, but he's there now. He's on a contract. How do you resolve this issue? Ineos. Put on your Ineos hat.
You know, I don't put on my Ineos hat. I'm going to put on the next coach hat. When you're throwing out the hog, you throw out the bathwater with the baby.
And so the next coach could be Ole Gunnar Solskjaer because he did say he's...
Hell no!
He's receptive to opening, right? To returning. Did he not say that?
Who the hell cares? You failed before. Why are you coming back to Man U? You failed. It's not like Kenny Dalglish that was successful at Liverpool and went by the name of King Kenny. And you forward back and try right the ship. It's not Jose Mourinho coming back after winning a Europa Cup. It's not Fergie coming back. It is a failed manager. Brother, go on with your business now, man. Everybody, Rooney sit down in the stand, so the Rooney probably say, hey, I'm a coach. I'll take the job too. That means if I come coach Man U, go on here, man.
Eric Ten Hag says, quote, disgusting, disgraceful, and embarrassment, and embarrassing. Pundit says disgusting, not Ten Hag. This pundit said it's disgusting and disgraceful, and Manchester United hit rock bottom. Junior, is this a bit over? Gary Neville, that is, call it disgusting. Jamie Redknapp says it's embarrassing and it hits rock bottom. Not Ten Hag. Junior, is this a bit overreach?
It is, because they have an agenda against Ten Hag. Both things can be true. They cannot wait for Ten Hag to be fired. They hate Ten Hag. They do. A lot of the ex-players hate Ten Hag. So every time Man U have a bad result, so this is their best chance to get rid of Ten Hag this week. You lose to Tottenham the way it did. The chances of you beating Porto midweek is slim to none. And then you go and travel to Aston Villa next week. If Hag can survive this next weekend, then we'll see him get a chance to right the ship. And the naysayers are trying their best for move Hag out. This is the week they can get rid of him.
Ten Hag said in a show of defiance, Ten Hag says it's always a new day. He admits his side made many mistakes and, they lost confidence. Was he worried about his future following last season's uncertainty? Ten Hag says, no, I'm not thinking about this. I think we all made together this decision to stay together as an ownership, as a leadership group in the summer. We made the decision from a clear review that we have to improve as an organization, and we want to construct a squad, and all the decision making is with togetherness. We knew it will take some time. I think we will get better. We need some time. We're all on the same page, on one page, and in one boat. The ownership, the leadership group, the staff, the players, the group as well. I don't have that concern, end quote. So Ten Hag pretty much just said, yo, brother, in the summer, we all were on the same page regarding extending this contract. We all are on one accord in terms of staying in this together, and we have a collective objective, Junior.
Good for him.
Good luck to Ten Hag. All right, regarding Spurs and football family, we're going through the ballers and football roundup section regarding Spurs. Massive day, massive victory without Yeon Son. This would do Brennan Johnson and Spurs. But Timo Werner, come off of the man and feel. A whole world of good. Junior, big victory for Ange and Spurs.
Yeah, and he definitely put himself above and say, yo, let's get it.
What did Spurs did so well, family, before we go to the roundup? Because we know that there are Spurs fans who listen ball chat and they want some more in-depth analysis.
Yeah, but I big up to Technatrix Sound. I'm a Spurs fan through and through. This is the show. What Spurs did well was just showed up and played football. They executed. They were professional. They came out. They were motivated, and they did what they planned to do. There was nothing special other than play. Because the commentators did highlight they are attacking with a flat front five, right? And what that does, it splits up the back four of Manchester United. That's the reason why Dalot was so exposed. Mazzarri, to me, showed his skill. And Werner, being the bug that he is, didn't expose Mazzarri like how Dalot was exposed. But what they did, they really didn't care about Manchester United's midfield. They didn't really feel threatened by Garnacho and Rashford. So they played with a very high five, and they put them straight across the 18-yard. It was a line of white shirts. And then look at them and basically say, go ahead and play it short out of this five. We are pressing you from here. There's no tricks, no anything. You have a front five. Anybody you pass to, they're getting double teamed instantly. Beat that press. And they couldn't beat the press.
Yeah.
That was the ball game.
And Pastor Koglu says that it was an outstanding effort, and they believe that Spurs have turned the corner regarding, a key achievement. Junior, will you chalk this up as turning the corner? Is it more a sense of an outstanding Spurs or a mediocre Man United, or a mixture of both?
Both can be the same. And you see, we cannot say you turn the corner. We cannot say Manchester United has hit rock bottom. Manchester United is on their way to rock bottom. Spurs is on their way to turning the corner. But if you follow this game up now and they're playing against Ferencváros or whatever they want to name, you're supposed to beat up that team. Then you play Brighton next Sunday. You're supposed to win that game. Then you play West Ham, win that game. Then you can start saying we are on a run of games now. We're in a stretch where we feel good about our football. Let's capitalize, right? So this win means nothing if you cannot follow it up with a string of good results.
All right. All right, going through the other Premier League results for this weekend's action. One more game to round out the week. The round, Southampton versus Bournemouth will play tomorrow. Ipswich 2-2 with Aston Villa. Leon Bailey with an assist. Junior, Aston Villa. I don't know. Aston Villa dropped two valuable points here against Ipswich.
Yeah, because and I think they could be showing early signs of the European schedule affecting them.
We're on tier.
Yes.
We're on. Newcastle 1-1 to against Man City. Vital. Wait, this game was a tricky game for Man City. Anthony Gordon with a penalty after Erling Haaland was non-existent in this football game, Junior. But I think more importantly for Man City was Rodri's going to be out for quite some time, absence. Junior, did you see the immediate impact of Rodri's absence in this football game?
He's going to be missed, but it's not like that truck running down the middle of Man City midfield, and it's not like they can't replace him. Rodri is an influence on the team in terms of consistency and familiarity, right? But that still doesn't mean that his production cannot be replaced. So no, I'm not. That's too low of a fruit to pick.
You're not buying the Rodri miss. I mean, if you look at the stats with Rodri in that team, the winning percentage is crazy. For Man City when he's in that starting 11. Without him, it's a huge situation. Not as good at all. And before we look at Newcastle, where does Man City go in terms of trying to address the situation? This long-term injury for Rodri, it's an MCL tear?
I'm gone for the year.
Yeah, so he's pretty much gone until next May, if he returns for this season.
Look, all right. It's in the world of football, right? In the world of football now, every year we go through, or every so often we go through this transitional period in style of play. And when we were coming up, Benton, 4-4-2 was the ideal formation, right?
Yeah.
A flat four in the midfield. Nobody knew about 4-3-3. Nobody cared about 4-1-2-1-2. Nothing like that. Then it transitioned to where we're now in a 4-3-3. We know teams only play with one striker, right? The buzzword now that everybody is using is inverted wing backs.
Yeah, inverted.
So this is the new phase of football we're entering into. Man City has been a step ahead of everybody with that, and I'm leaning towards John Stones can be
stepping into midfield.
Simple. He do it all the time. Just go there and just do it full time. They have the pieces that can replace it. So they'll be fine. They'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean they definitely have the depth. So let's see how they go about it. As it pertains to Newcastle, Junior, we want to also send our best wishes to Darren Eales of Newcastle. Darren Eales, formerly in the leadership role here at Atlanta United. Darren Eales was diagnosed with cancer recently, and so he's going through treatment. So best wishes to Darren Eales as he goes through that. Big up Darren Eales, a good youth. Even though we don't always say eye to eye about football, but he's a good youth. Big good luck to Darren. Regarding Newcastle family, Isaac, Newcastle has to figure out a way to keep this brother healthy. Alexander Isaac.
That's happening. I think they should cash in.
Cash in and move on.
Cash in and move on. Turn them into 2 or 3 players.
Okay.
Newcastle is not 1 player away or 2 players away. Newcastle is a coach away and a philosophy away. So, and who knows, the next coach might not even like Isaac as a forward. So, where you're going with it, no, I don't support.
All right. 4-2 victory for Arsenal over Leicester City. A hard fought. This game was what? 2-2 for quite a while. Well, at the end there, and Arsenal found a way to win this football game. Ended up winning it 4-2. Junior, my brethren Ryan Sterling look like he needs to lose some weight.
Well, you know, when you get older, you're
Brentford 1-1 with West Ham. Julian Lopetegui's West Ham, Junior. Again, another day. Do you keep going with Julian Lopetegui in this role?
We're firing coaches after 2 months now? Not even after 2 months. We're firing coaches after what, 4 or 5 games? Really?
Money is at play on the line here, Junior. Let's see how Lopetegui... I mean, Lopetegui is a good coach because you don't achieve the things that he has achieved in his career, right? And not be a good coach. I mean, he did well, and of course, he was outstanding with Spain's men's national team, got the Real Madrid walk, and then got, Wally Pasa, but then resurrect his career at Wolves and also did it in La Liga too. So he's a good coach, but is he the right coach for West Ham, this West Ham team?
We haven't. He needs to figure it out fast. Let's put it that way. But is he the right coach? We don't know. I don't know. But he needs to figure it out fast.
Chelsea defeated Brighton 4-2. Everton, much needed victory over Crystal Palace 2-1. Fulham, massive victory. Emil Smith Rowe and Fulham continues to play well. 1-0 over Forest. Wolves. Wolves pick up 2 from Liverpool. Liverpool defeated Wolves 2-1. Junior, any thoughts on these other results?
Man City opened the door. Liverpool and Arsenal finding a way to maintain and gain ground. And that to me is the big takeaway. Everton can feel good about beating Crystal Palace, but this win won't matter if they cannot capitalize and get a string of runs. So on both ends of the table is very interesting. Very interesting.
I heard most notable stat in this Man United game. And I don't want to dwell on Manchester United, but something stood out to me. Southampton and Manchester United apparently have, 8 goals. Manchester United scored how many goals so far this season? 5 goals so far this season. And only Southampton, how many Southampton score? 4? What kind of foolishness is this? When that stat was mentioned, I was like, what? That don't make any sense to me. So
but you know it's not on it's not on Xerxes or Rasmus. They're not getting the service. They're just not.
Yeah, so they're right. Manchester United is with Crystal Palace and Ipswich regarding scoring goals. Only Southampton have scored less with 2 goals so far this season. That's the start. Yeah. You were mentioning things that stood out to you on the table.
Yeah, the top and the bottom of the table. Everton found their way out of that bottom 3, right? But all of those teams, there's just a big mash of teams right there, and we'll see where this end up. It's too early. We're still in September. We know some teams can win the Premier League. We know that. But where will they end? Still early and exciting times ahead.
You know, Chelsea Football Club, Chelsea is playing well. We're seeing more of the Maresca impact, and it seems that Enzo Maresca is doing or has done something to this Chelsea team that Pochettino couldn't do in terms of bringing this group together, even in their selfishness. And we spoke about the selfishness last week with Madueke and Jackson for that shot. But this week, it seems like the man never say, yo, cut out the stupidness.
Because I think Palmer's first goal, Jackson crossed the ball to him when
Yes.
Jackson could have taken the shot. So, and those are small wins. So yeah, you're right. You're right. They're figuring it out. But I think identifying his team and making the players know where they stand with him, I think that release a lot of pressure on the players that are there right now. And now they can just focus on becoming a team and playing football.
Outstanding work from Chelsea. In fact, things so well from Chelsea. I think I saw an image of ownership, El Baghdadi, hushing Brighton's fans during the game. So, things nice over Stamford Bridge. Big up to all the Chelsea family. Any other thoughts on the Premier League before we move away from this thing?
I'm like that.
That. All right. Champions League coming up this week and Europa League. Quick takeaway, quick thoughts on the games coming up this week, family. Before we go over to Yard Ballers, because we don't know, we're not rushing thing, but we have to get out of here.
Yeah, but the thing with these European setups is we have to treat it like a league. We cannot treat it like it's a cup tournament anymore. Because remember before, not the second, but the third game in the Champions League is normally pivotal, right? When after you go through the first, all the teams that play against each other. Now it's all about positioning yourself and getting to the top 8, I believe.
Yeah, the top 8. Yep.
Yes, so is a different approach, but you really can't treat these games now like league games, where you position yourself based on who you're playing now versus who you're playing on the weekend in a domestic league, and you can approach the games that way. That's my major takeaway. That's a different approach right now in Champions League and Europe.
Yeah, probably the stood out game, the game that I'm looking forward to watch, Aston Villa versus Bayern Munich on Wednesday. Let's see how Bayern Munich might fix them up. Arsenal versus PSG.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's pretty much it. I mean, Olympic Lyon against Real Madrid. Any other game that you think worth our time here, Junior, on this watch list for Wednesday?
Nah, just the Leverkusen Milan have a little vibe to it.
Okay.
A small vibe because of how Leverkusen approach the football game. But nah, that's it.
That's it. Before we go to Yard Baller, speaking of Leverkusen and Milan, get your quick thoughts on the clash in the Bundesliga between Bayern Munich and Leverkusen. Game ended 1-1. Vincent Kompany, as you said, is doing his business. Bayern Munich leads the table early warm. Leverkusen sitting in 4th position, but defending champion versus the serial winner.
I think it was a very good game. I think both teams can come out feeling good about where they are. I know the rhetoric could be that, Bayern Munich, you're playing at home, you have to find a way to win. But when you really sit down and watch that game, they were in total control, and it was unfortunate that they didn't win. I think I won't say Leverkusen was lucky to draw the game. Leverkusen showed that they are a big side. But Bayern Munich also show that they are a big side. And Aston Villa, good luck this week. Watch Aston Villa win, and we'll have a different conversation next week. But my takeaway from the game is Bundesliga is definitely a 2-horse race. And it will come down to the last day.
BM says, what are your thoughts on Omari Hutchinson? I think the EPL is a step too far for him. I actually think he did okay in this game against Aston Villa today. And again, I don't expect Omari Hutchinson to dominate.
Yeah.
So in the Premier League, but he don't look like a fish out of water against Aston Villa today, so to speak. So I think he'll be fine. I think against the big boys, and we have seen that when you go up against the Man City or the Arsenal of the world, it's a different animal,
Yeah, but I get what BM is hinting at, that even though a player might be not new, but still trying to get his feet wet in his new role in the Premier League, you normally can tell who belong. You normally can tell very early that this guy will be a player or this guy will struggle in the Premier League. You normally can tell.
Yeah, normally can tell.
And with Omari, the potential is there, but I think he is a piece that can fit a team that have a good goal in mind. But can he be the leader of that? No, I don't think so. And I don't think that will change.
Okay. All right. Before we any other news about European football before we go over and discuss football in our own backyard, Jamaican football news? Because I know you've been chomping at the bit to get this. You get your thoughts on Jamaican Premier League action this weekend. Junior, all right, I want to say something on the front end. A score update. Harborview defeated Malines 2-1. Veer Phoenix United and Humble Lion drew 1-1. Aman for Veer pick up second yellow or red card. How this? And Cavalier is currently leading Waterhouse 2-0. Junior, more pasta and more excitement in the Jamaican Premier League.
Waterhouse down to 10, man. Big up to the Waterhouse family. They're in the football group, Football Lounge and Facebook. So not Football Lounge, Jamaica World Football Talk. Big up to Shad and the whole Jamaica World Football Talk family. We just chat beer football in that group. Waterhouse, unfortunately, because we have a soft side for Waterhouse better, because they've been in a group and very active. So Firehouse, fix up the thing, man. Fix up the thing.
And okay, and I know Waterhouse alone play. Any thoughts on any other game? I mean, games and as let me say,
the license thing, the coaches B license thing is still a hot button topic. Unfortunately, it's still being spoken about. But in terms of the games, though, the quality of the games. I'm watch a couple games of Benton and trust me.
Yeah, Calvin and Atkinson picked up scored the goals for Cavalier. A Foster get red card. A goalkeeper Foster get red card for Waterhouse. Then the numbers Sally. The numbers are that too. But Jamaican Premier League action, picking up. You know what? The league actually, I have a lot more. There's a lot of interest in the league, and because of such man, big up yourself, Bullhead, and Veer Phoenix United, and there are those who like him, and who they will want him to succeed, and then those who hate him. And they will also watch hoping he fails. And I think that in totality is good for the brand Jamaica Premier League.
Yep.
Because you get more eyes on this product. Now it's incumbent on Chris Williams and the entire Jamaican Premier League family to make sure that the product is worth watching week in and week out, because when Bullet take on himself, then some of them people are going to take on themselves if the product is not up to scratch.
I remember a couple of years ago when he invested the money. This was right around COVID. We were coming out of COVID. Remember?
Yes.
And Mr. Williams was talking about his vision for where he sees the Premier League. I'm curious to know if he thinks they are on the right track, or if he feels there's some pivoting that's needed. Because yes, they are getting polarized now because of Craig Butler's participation in the league, right? But is that sustainable? No. Will that run out? Yes. So what do we do between this and this period and when that little vibe run out? How do we parlay what we have now into something better? And I think that's a challenge for the league because one, the product needs to be made available worldwide, easier to consume, right? And you get streaming and you figure out some way that you can generate revenue after streaming. And that revenue that get generated have to be put back into the clubs.
Yeah.
And when the money reach the clubs, they have to put it in the infrastructure. It's not no lotto, it's not no partner draw. We have to invest to build, right? And everybody have to come together and be on that one accord.
100. In the late game, the Junglist, aka Arnett Gardens versus Racing United at 7 p.m. over Anthony Spalding Sports Complex. Yo, all the people them who come from Anthony Spalding Sports Complex and the neighborhood that go over there. Watching yourself there.
Real talk.
Watching yourself, but big up to all the Junglists. I enjoy watching football games over there. Big up to the family. You don't know. You know, basically when I go over there, don't feature no man, girl. Don't. But overall, yeah, go ahead, Junior.
That would be a loss.
Yes. But overall, I think Jamaican Premier League is going. The product is a work in progress. So don't know coming out from the back of COVID, and hopefully can garner more support while we at it. Just to remind listeners, Harbourview defeated Malines 2-1. Malines kinda dark. Veer Phoenix United drew 1-1 with Humble Lion. Cavaliers SC 2-0 up over Waterhouse. First half action. Arnett Gardens, the Junglists versus Racing. Racing actually been competitive in this league so far this season. Other notable story regarding Jamaican football news, Junior. The referees decided they were going to sit out this weekend of Jamaica schoolboy action after disrespect and threats. Junior, your thoughts on the decision of the referees?
I don't like they only sit out one day. I don't like it. You see, if it was fan interference, where you cannot tie it back to a team, is one thing, right? But when the teams that you are refereeing have discipline issues, a message needs to be sent. A strong message. You taking a day off is pretty much just telling the players them they have a free day. It's a day off. The more needs to be done. If I was a part of the referee association, this might not be a popular opinion. I would say until further notice, we're not refereeing any more games until further notice. And if you have replacement refs, if you have prep school refs, if you have whatever refs were hungry belly and want to run in and come eat the food, and get what you get. But more needs to be done to fix the discipline issue in the sport. And it's a societal thing, unfortunately.
And this is an article from Loop. Check it out on Loop, JamaicaLoopNews.com. ISA said they're disappointed that a resolution wasn't made. The referees, they didn't come to a resolution. They wanted a meeting, and I guess they had the meeting. Quote, the concerns raised by the Jamaica Referees Association relate to safety of match officials and the penalties for those who verbally or physically abuse them. Committing to review its operation to ensure a safe environment. This is in the ISA statement. We are disappointed that a consolatory position could not have been arrived. All right, so Junior, playing devil's advocate here. Referees not only are worried about the physical abuse, they're also worried about the verbal abuse. Junior, you and I have attended Jamaican football games in regular, and this is part and parcel of the abuse that referees suffer. Is it too much of an ask for referee to expect or ask ISA and the organizers to protect them from verbal abuse? Because you and I, we have sat in, well, we not sat in a sit down and no stand only. We are on a tree and hear mother tell referee about the mother and the parts all the time.
You think the ref are worried about the
So they're not worried
fan?
about, because when I hear verbal abuse, those are things I'm thinking of. You're thinking about the abuse from the players.
It's the players.
Okay.
And I don't look. I think the rhetoric here is there's indiscipline in the game, right? How do you fix the indiscipline? Well, that's what the referees have cards for. They have a yellow card and a red card, a caution and an expulsion, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is what we use. That's what the referees use to keep everybody in line. Physical abuse to referees don't generally just start right there. It starts verbally, and then it matriculates itself till it gets physical. Very rarely you're going to have an altercation where you never see this coming, or you can't point to what the genesis is. I'm willing to bet that it will never happen on the football field that a man just walk up and box on the ref for no reason. There has to be a reason why, right? So if we enact the rule, kind of like what they do the Premier League, with the English Premier League now, and in other leagues where if a man come talk to the ref and you do have a referee armband, hold a yellow card. No questions asked, right? The rule was put in place for taking off a shirt. A player take off his shirt, it's understood, it's automatic yellow card. And it took a while for that to be implemented, right? Now them doing the rule about the talking to back to the referee. I said all that to say, this is what the Referees Association want. If I know the physical abuse starts from a verbal abuse, give me the power to enact some discipline on the verbal abuse. And I have the backing of the governing body. So nobody going to look on it and say this one referee bad mind or this one referee have issues. No, this is a rule that everybody have to follow. So coach, your coaches meeting in the summer, you're here. Here is a rule that you need to tell your players. If you can get carded or sent off the field if you verbally abuse the referee. Tell your players them don't do it. Once that message go down, now the referees can now ref the game and start disciplining the players before it get to physical. Because by then it's too late in some cases. So I think that's what they're asking for.
And I mean, I would hope they can come to some sort of amicable way forward, because the ball game can't work without referees, point blank. And can't work without referees, and we have to know sometimes they make bad decisions, sometimes they make questionable calls, but the bottom line, the things that we saw in that game, that schoolboy football game with Dintil Technical High School, and big up to the whole Dintil family. This is not a representation of Dintil, because we don't know so Dintil, good school, good people, large, very, very successful community. So you have some players out there who hot-headed and they need some better management, anger management, and counseling or whatever else they need. And so so Issa subsequently suspended 3 Dintil players. When I call them name or whatever, because underage players, when I call them name, because we don't know the youths sometimes the foolishness. But when I saw that video, I was like, yo, brother, something needs to happen here, because this cannot be that way.
They should be banned. They should be banned from playing schoolboy football.
Yeah, and so the suspensions handed down by by Issa was two players were banned from all competitions for 1 year, effective immediately, while the other player received a 3-match suspension. The school was placed on a 3 years probation, facing potential suspension from Issa events if further breaches occur. Now, ultimately, this is not even just a schoolboy football thing, because Issa events means other school athletics, and etc. etc. So, but there need to be a collaboration, as you said, between the referees, a stronger collaboration between the referees, the coaches, and the organizing body. Said, yo, we have to protect the players, protect the referees, because ultimately, I mean, one hand need to wash the other, so to speak. You can't, they need each other. So, all right, highlighting Jamaican players playing overseas, Junior, as we wrap up yard ballers. Bunny Shaw scored again. Junior Bunny Shaw started off well. She scored again for Man City. 2 matches, 1 goal in the Women's Super League. She scored 2 goals this week in Women's Champions League. Not a big year for Bunny Shaw. She was labeled her name in the captain's in the leadership part of the team. More mature, expect a lot from the baller herself.
Yeah, definitely, and keep striving, Khadija, Bar Bunny Shaw, keep striving, and I have to say it again. We at Ball Chat, we big you up, cause we love you and we support you, but we had our times as well when negativity, the CP, and it's because of the same love and support we have here. We want to see you do well. All our footballers, and Bunny Shaw is definitely setting the example right now for all of our young players, both male and female, to go out there and be your best. And we're going to support you to the max, no matter what. Fix up and deal with the thing over there, City Bunny. We love it.
Yeah, man. And big up to Tevon Greer, who scored for NYC FC. Tevon Greer.
Score versus New York, right?
Yes. Scored in the 68th minute as them Butter Bros, New York Red Bulls in the local rivalry. Big up Tevon Greer, big up yourself. Leon Bailey with another assist again. Leon Bailey and Aston Villa 2-2. Corey Bennett didn't score, but he got more minutes. Malik also got minutes over Las Vegas. Your baller, Tariq McGee, wasn't on the field for the game against Phoenix. For the game against Las Vegas, as Phoenix rise. Phoenix, no, actually no, but Maggie plays for Colorado switchback. Yeah. And Las Vegas Lights played against Phoenix Rising, and the Las Vegas Lights and Corey Bennett won 2-1. Colorado switchbacks ended at 1-1, and let's see, Tariq McGee did play and did definitely get some minutes, so important. Yard ballers run up, that's it. Any Jamaican player that I didn't get or didn't highlight, we'll get to them next week. Big up, come on if you start sending our notes so we can have more comprehensive assessment of Jamaican football in a Jamaican football report.
BM says slow start in the season for Bailey.
Yeah, I think was he out for a while, Junior? I think
he had the hamstring injury.
Yeah, he had a hamstring issue. But that's it, family. Any games you're looking forward to this week? Of course, Champions League football coming up this week, and of course Premier League. We're going to watch this Anthony Spalding Sports Complex in a little bit. We're going to watch Jamaican Premier League over there. Big up to Racing versus Junglist in a while.
And for me, I'm curious to see Unai Emery versus Vincent Kompany
against Bayern Munich.
Against Bayern Munich. And what I want to see is if Aston Villa really when play a high line versus Bayern Munich. Because Gnabry,
that could be dangerous. That could be
Gnab-
suicidal. Could be suicidal.
Musiala,
Yeah. Big up Vincent Kompany. All right, family. Big up to all listeners. Big up to all listeners in the Facebook group. Big up to all the ones watch. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Smash the like button. Make sure you like the content. Tell a friend about the show. Our weekly roundup. BM says, me no watch Bush League football. Yo, hey, sometimes you watch Bush League and you see a ball and you say, yo, this ball I need to make it further. And so you do find some gems in the Bush League. There are some reports out there that Richard King could be potentially on the move next transfer window. We're not going to talk about that because Richard King right now, Richard King, you can't, no, I'm not going to talk about that right now. Nah, jump on that right now.
leave it alone.
Yeah, we're not touching that one. If it materialize, bless up to the ball and hopefully it materialize. But we're not touching that one right.
Yeah.
Yes, JPL has a long way to go. Very long way to go, BM.
But they're on the right path though.
They are on the right path. Jamaican Premier League. Cavaliers leading Waterhouse 2-0 at, and you know what? And regarding for JPL, the vibes you get if you can actually attend the ball game and you have a community side that play some ball and you eat some nuts and some peanuts, some roast nuts, and you just build a vibes. Eh?
So easy upon the nuts thing.
Alright. Eat some roast cashew and build a vibes and watch a ball game. You don't know. And then going to JPL matches is not even just about the football. It's about the entertainment because there will be comedy in the stands.
Yeah.
You sure are going to laugh about something.
And you hear the best rumors.
And you
at the
hear the
JPL.
Football family, big up to our listeners. Thank you always for joining us. Connect with us on X at BallChat1. We are on Instagram at BallChat Podcast. Make sure to check out our latest videos and more videos dropping. Usually we do a long show in the middle of the or on Sunday and we drop a shortened version of the show throughout the week. We get the Yard Ballers report out sometime between now and Tuesday, because we know we have listeners that focus on certain aspects of the content. So the engineers, the management is on it. We're on Instagram at BallChat Podcast. We're on Facebook at BallChat. You can email us at ballchatpodcast@gmail.com. We're on TikTok at BallChat_podcast. And again, I want to reiterate, if you can do anything to help the families and loved ones affected by Hurricane or Storm Helene, do it. Do what we can. Check on a friend, check on the family, because you don't know this thing catastrophic and any little help can make a difference, you know? Engineer, we're gonna ruin the family.